Greetings, my Caternauts, and welcome back to my channel, Cat Nublia. I am Cat Nublia, and it's been, like 6 months since I last posted a how to draw video, and that's because I've been on an international youth exchange in Denmark. A lovely country. I have been making videos, if maybe some of you have seen, of what I've been doing while in Denmark. And originally, my goal was I was going to make them every month. You can see that's not what's happened, because turns out I'm not doing interesting things all the time. It's about living as if you were a citizen of that country, and sometimes in Denmark, I don't do anything, just like in Canada. And I've been sick with some kind of infection. I don't know what it is. No one knows what it is. I just took a blood sample, and the levels of white the levels of white blood cells are supposed to be from 0 to 10 in your blood, and mine came back at 75. So don't know where, but there's an infection, and I'm taking penicillin. I hate it so much. Yes, vlogs. So culture shock was something that they told me about in Rotary before I came here, and I thought, oh yeah, of course I'm going to go through culture shock. I mean, I'm going to be in another culture. I just wasn't really ready for it. I mean, you know what's going to happen, and you're like, I got it, don't worry. I'm a worldly person. I mean, I watch Japanese anime, and there was that one time I watched that weird French movie. I mean, I have a friend from another country. I'm ready for this. No, you're not. Holy shit, man. No, you're not. Wow. We go swimming. Okay, swimming in a public swimming center. Cool. You have to shower before you go into the swimming pool. Perfectly standard. You don't have your bathing suit on when you do that. No. The sign specifically says, take everything off. Strip right. You're nude. Everybody's nude. Everybody. I go in with my younger host sister. It's me, it's her, and everyone's just stripping down. They're all nude now, and I'm the only one standing there in my bathing suit. And I'm looking, trying not, where do I look? I don't want to look at them. They're naked. Just, stare at the sign that's telling me to get naked. And you have to have the shower, and you have to, wash your hair with actual soap and shampoo and stuff, and then you dry off, and then you put your bathing suit back on, and you go into the pool. And I'm standing there. No, it's not happening. It's not happening, man. It's not happening, man. No. And my host sister is like, what the hell is wrong with you? Get naked. Get in the shower. And then put your bathing suit back on. It's just what you do. There's already some other old ladies there, and they're doing the little old lady thing, naked and stuff. And, I'm not into body shaming. Yeah, but I'm there no. I ended up doing it because, I mean, when in Rome, you do as the Romans, but, I waited until everybody was gone, and until I was the only one, and my little host sister was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I've gotten that look. A lot. Here. A lot. So much. Yeah, so you would have thought that I would have been able to handle that better, considering I'd already been in this country for half a year at this point, and I'd already had gym class with my class. And my classmates have been very nice to me. They are wonderful people. But then we had gym class, and oh boy, gym class. They actually have showers in my school, so they can have a shower after gym, which is lovely. My school doesn't have that. You're stinky and you're sweaty and you put your clothes back on and you hopefully have some extra deodorant. And there was always that one kid that didn't, and you could smell them. But with the showers, you could just shower off the sweat. The showers, it was just a big open room with a bunch of shower heads. So literally, my classmates, naked again, just walking around naked, having the shower, and I don't know where to look again. I'm not gonna look at them because Next thing you know, you're looking at somebody's boobs. You see somebody, and it's like, oh, boobs, boobs, more boobs. Where am I supposed to keep my eyes? And then it's hard to have a serious conversation with them for a little while after that, because I'm looking at them, and I'm talking to them, and I'm just thinking, I have seen you naked. I know what you look like under those. I've seen everything, okay? And I'm the weird one that's sitting there. They're just like changing like it's nothing. Like bra off, everything's off, clothes, sports clothes on. And I'm just like, is there a stall that I can go into and be all weird and awkward? And there's actually a bathroom stall that I just go in there and change. Their propensity to just be perfectly comfortable getting naked it's surprisingly hard to get used to. Let me just say that as someone who spent my entire life in Canada. Just getting naked in front of your classmates is like, no thank you. I'm just going to, no. But, aside from that, they bike a lot in Denmark, and I was told this before I came here. Every video that I looked up told me, oh, there's a lot of biking in Denmark. Everything that I went to said, you're gonna, like, probably gonna need to buy a bike. Luckily, my host family has loaned me a bike, so I don't have to buy a bike, because holy shit, everything in Denmark is expensive. Holy crap. The food, pretty good price. Everything else, hot damn. I'm broke every day, all day, all the time. I buy a lot of food. I eat a lot of exchange students, just all the food, all the time. Never ending. But anyways, bikes. So many bikes. And so, that's probably about twice a day, 3 times a day more like. I almost die, because I forget to look both ways before going onto the sidewalk. Because, yeah, look both ways before going onto the road. In Denmark, look both ways before going onto the sidewalk, because there's also that little bicycle path, and it's being used like a highway. And I never remember it, so I don't look both ways. And then I almost get hit by somebody on a bike. And then they start grumbling under their... I know enough Danish to know what you're saying. I know enough Danish to know it's not nice what you're saying to me. It's not my fault I'm stupid and foreign. Be nice to me. No, I need to get used to it. I need to buckle up and remember for once in my life, but I seem to be exceptionally stupid while I'm in Denmark. But I have to ride a bike, too. I have to ride my bike 2.5 kilometers to a train station, to take a 10-minute train to another train station, to then ride my bike another 1.5 kilometers from there to my school. And then I do that again on the way home. And I don't mind that. It's just a lot of bike riding. And I can ride a bike, of course. I have a bike back home that I ride, like, once a month to go get Subway from the corner store. 'Cause, yes. So, it's taking my body some time to get used to that. I almost die every morning, but aside from that, I'm not that good at biking, turns out. I just found out. I always thought I was normal because I could bike normally back home. But no, they've got really nice bikes here that I'm using this really fancy bike, and I don't know how to fucking use it. And I keep falling off and almost biking into other people, and then I keep getting the look of, are you mental? And I almost biked into traffic one time because I couldn't figure out how to work the bike. And meanwhile, there are literally people biking past me with no hands. They're just on their phone. Granted, I know this is a beyond stupid idea, and I want to slap them all the way to Sunday when I see this, but they're so good at biking, they just bike past me, they're on their phone, they're not even using their hands on the handlebars. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here like freaking drunk biking, practically, because I can't keep in a straight line. I don't feel terribly confident in public in this place. But no, I can't think of anything good to say. That no, you see me biking and they're probably like, American. I'm Canadian. They're probably just thinking, American. But no, I must prove it wrong. My camera has a countdown from 1 to 5 before it starts shooting. Kind of boring, but the fashion in Denmark, it's pretty different from back home. I have to admit, I don't really like it. Who cares? Nobody cares. Yeah. But I have to admit, I usually just wear black. I have a color deficiency. I can't see colors properly. It's really hard for me to match colors together. I look like a train wreck. I looked like a clown when I was a kid. I'm talking bright blue shorts, bright yellow shirt. It was a bad thing. So I just wear black because, I mean, it's hard to go wrong there. And then my mother was like, "Oh no, dearie, you look so good in color. Let's buy you some colorful clothes before you go on your exchange." So I let her pick out the clothes because she can actually see colors properly. And then I came to Denmark. Nobody wears colors in Denmark. Maybe you're allowed to accessorize with a little bit of white here, maybe light blue or light yellow, but then everything else is black. It's all black. Black pants, black shoes, black shirts, black coats, black hats, black gloves, everything is black. There is no exception. And for the happiest country in the world, nobody's wearing any color. And then if you have that one person that's wearing color, it's the weird guy. The weird guy from the other class. The weird guy down the street that likes to wear color. Or if you have to bike in the dark and you have those reflective jackets on because you don't want to die by car, which is actually smart. But no, everything else is black. So I come with my new colorful wardrobe, and it's like, okay, awesome. And they don't dress like North America. I don't know how to describe. It's kind of like the 70s came back, but a bit different. That's like super vague, I know, but really, it's an interesting thing. There's a lot of sequins that I've seen, lots of really hairy jackets, lots of really high-waisted pants, lots of bell-bottom pants, and like jumpsuits, and I'm very confused. I'm very lost. And everybody buys all of their clothes from H&M. There is no other clothing store in Denmark other than H&M. And should you wear clothing anywhere that comes from someplace other than H&M, aka all of my clothing, you stand out. So you're kind of just standing there like, So I went to H&M to see if I could maybe get something and fit in a little bit more. I don't particularly like anything that's there. And it's all freaking expensive. Like, I mean, 300 kroner for a shirt. 300 kroner? $60. One shirt? What? No, I'm not paying $60 for a shirt. I'm not paying $60 for a shirt. I can go to my favorite store back in Canada and I can get like 3 shirts or 4 shorts if shorts. No, shorts are always more expensive for less fabric. The fuck? Anyways, I can go to my favorite store in Canada and then get like 3 shirts, 4 if there's a sale, for $60. So I go into H&M with the intention to become more Danish, and then I just kind of walk out with like regret and kind of just looking around like, no, mind me, just can't afford anything in this country. I don't like any of the clothes here. Except this hat that I got here. I like this hat. Although, to be fair, I got that at the game shop. Pretty much everybody in Denmark speaks English. And it's impressive. They speak very good English. Very, very well. I'm often blown away. And, good job, Denmark. Very good job. And I've tried very hard to learn Danish. Jeg tænker, jeg kan snakke lidt dansk. Jeg kan ikke udtale ordene korrekt, men jeg prøver rigtig svært til at lære dansk. So I'm trying to learn their language so that I can speak to them in their language because I am in their country, and I think that's the courteous thing to do. I mean, like, seriously. If someone came to Canada and began speaking to me in Arabic, I would think, No, I'm sorry, friend. So I would like for them to speak to me in English in Canada. If they were speaking to their friends and their family in their native language, I don't care. But everybody here speaks English. That's probably, this is probably a very, very North American close-minded point. I'm probably sounding like a real... I'm gonna stop now. But no, I'm trying so hard to speak Danish. But when I'm with my other exchange friends, we all come from different countries. Some of us speak Spanish, some of us speak Portuguese, some of us speak Thai, Japanese, English. So we've all come to the common ground language of English, which kind of makes me feel dumb, because so everybody is there speaking their second language, I'm just speaking my first language, and I don't have a second language at this point, and I'm just like, sup, North American, because fuck. Anyways, so we're all speaking English, and whenever I'm out on town, whenever I'm out with them speaking in English, we always get people that are like, you see this? What is this? What is going on here? And they're watching us like we're some kind of miracle, some kind of spectacular thing, just blowing their mind. Like, it's like when I look at people when I hear them speaking another language in Canada. If I'm in Ottawa and I hear someone speaking Japanese or Mandarin or German, and I'm like, dude, that's so cool. You listen to that. That's what they're doing with us, and it's like, can we please find somewhere to go where we are not obviously being watched by everyone else? And some people actually look like they're pissed about it, like, speaking Danish. How dare you not speak Danish? If you want me to speak Danish to you, I can totally speak Danish to you. Din stykke a lot. Just because I'm in a country doesn't mean I have to speak. Okay. How do I explain this without sounding like an asshole? I'm in Denmark. The courteous thing for me to do is to learn how to speak Danish, and that's what I'm doing. But I can speak to my friends in English. Hell, I could speak to them in Spanish if I wanted to, because most of them are from Mexico. I just can't speak Spanish. And you know what? That's okay too. When I try to talk to you, I will try to speak to you in Danish, because it's a courteous thing to do. But when I'm speaking with my friends, I can speak to them in English. It's the same as anybody in Canada. Learn English when you come, because it's a courteous thing to do, and I know it's not easy, and maybe you don't have the resources available, but at least giving it a shot is enough. But you're more than welcome to also speak your own language, because that's what makes the world beautiful, is the diversity. And I get dirty looks sometimes for speaking my own language, which is weird, because everybody here speaks English anyways. And when I try speaking Danish to strangers, they can hear that I'm not Danish. They can really hear. It's painfully obvious that I am not Danish when I speak. And they'll just be like, okay, I'm just gonna speak to you in English because, like, seriously, man, you're Danish. Nah. And so I'm thinking, I'm getting dirty looks. Not from a lot of people, but there are some people that will give me a dirty look. But you'll speak to me in English whenever I try to speak to you in Danish. And you can speak... What? Why is this happening? Just chill, man. What are you doing in my country, not speaking my language? No, chill. Come. It's cool. And I am trying to learn your language. I can curse at you in your own language if you'd like, but I'm a Canadian, so I won't do that. My final story is just a funny thing that happened. And I live on a little farm right now in Denmark. It's a hobby farm kind of place. And we've got a horse and a pony. And the pony is super fat. It's chubby. When it runs and it's just the cutest. It's so fat. Like, it's got diabetes, I swear to God. It's just huge. And I was helping muck out the stalls. And I am so glad I have some kind of horrible infection and I can't smell anything because, those stalls are filled with shit. and I'm mucking out the horse's stall. Alfred, the horse, and Antoinette, the pony. The kids are mucking out her stall, and so I'm doing the mucking about, and I hear this little cloop, 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 cloop. Look around, and there's Antoinette, and she's coming through the door, and the rope that's supposed to prevent her from going out into the garage, where she can then make a break for it into the wild, is not up. And she just goes cloop, 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 past. So, by the time I put away the pitchfork that I'm using to scoop poop, and I run after this tubby little thing, she's trying to get through the big barn door, and she gets her head and her neck through, but then the little part of her that goes thump, just like, it's a very just like part that gets stuck in the door, between the door and the wall. And she can't get through there, so she was like, okay, fine, fair enough. She goes right into the garage, she's walking up right next to the cars, and she's out onto the driveway before I can get to her. It's a fast little thing, a fast, fat little pony. So finally, I run up to her, I grab her by the harness, and I drag her all the way back out to the paddock, where she belongs. Send her back to the paddock, and I continue mucking the stall. And then I hear clop, 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 clop. She's back, tries to get through the door again, still too fat, like, I mean, come on, 5 minutes of walking, not gonna burn that much fat. Still too big for the door, so she just turns around, goes back into the paddock, and I'm like, oh, thank you for being cooperative this time. She stops before she can go into the paddock, and then just sticks her head into the bag of feed and starts eating. It's like, this is why you're fat. This is why... Like, it was fun. It was fun. And then I stepped in horse shit, because of course. But I am actually having a really good time in Denmark. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm learning lots of new things. I'm almost not sick anymore. I'm about halfway through taking with my medication. I can't wait to stop taking it. It's so bad. And, my Danish has come along really well. I speak pretty much only Danish now at this point. I was actually planning to do this video in Danish, and then I didn't, because I forgot. Oops. Oh well, whatever. Thanks for watching my video. It was just a lot of talking, a lot of rambling. I didn't really go in any particular direction, just kind of went all over the place. Ah, well, whatever. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!